Hello again. Well, here we are once again. Playing through this 6 charade. And it feels that way today. Man. There's about 10 inches of snow outside. It's about 0 degrees. Oh, God, I hate winter.
We're all made players possibly not bad.
Well, I wanted to do this one. This is from oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago, and there's a fairly good number of people here, and this is a pretty long match. This goes well into overtime. I started off on the red side here, but red's gonna quickly overpower blue here. Right now, I think I'm simply, I don't know, I think I'm commenting on the fact that I've been having to take time out and kick the beer guy off who's been showing up here lately the last few days. It's kind of nice to see him, you know, even though he's a complete jerk.
I've got the ore.
But he gives me something to do. I have to keep logged in so I can knock him off the server once in a while, or he gets on there and does his retarded things that he does. Yeah, I can see already that the red has completely overpowered the whole game here, and I think I'm just going to switch over to blue now because red has a one-man team advantage anyway. So.
Attack the floodgate node.
I do try to balance out the game a little bit if I can. I don't know, not always, but you know, it's a nice thing to be able to do. So now I'm on blue. And this is a much simpler situation. I pretty much just want to cover the prime for a little while.
The center node.
And wait and see if somebody on blue here has the good sense to pick up that orb. Oh, they did, but they're a little late. I don't think I'm gonna. Nope, did not manage to deny the orb carrier. So now we're looking a little desperate. We'll probably start losing points off the core here in a minute. The blue orb is on the scene. There we are.
Defend the floodgate.
So yeah, we got the prime back.
I've got the orb.
I don't really feel like going for the orb yet. I figured somebody would pick it up. I'd rather. Oh, I could have stayed over there by the prime, but
attack the floodgate node.
Guess I was feeling lucky. I decided to go forward and try to push toward the center, but that nemesis came right out. It wasn't Cybus in the nemesis this time, JBL, but it's still a very troublesome vehicle.
Attack the floodgate node.
And now at this point, I really ought to just hang by the prime. Obviously, I feel like I ought to get this vehicle out here. This is
grab your orb.
As usual, this is a sign of desperation. I don't really feel like blue's going to win this game. In fact, I was pretty convinced blue wasn't going to win this the entire game. I really do think that blue had a much weaker team here. I'm not sure how we managed it. It was pretty much by attrition, just by not screwing up. Usually not very good at hitting anybody with this vehicle either. It's good to be able to use this vehicle to keep the other team from picking up that nuke, but they're usually pretty good about keeping under cover. There's somebody going after it. He dropped off the walk. Okay. We've not. Oh, red still has the center and the prime. We're probably going to lose flood, but there are people shooting at it, so we'll see how that goes. Our orb has failed to take center. Red just finished building it. So unless we get some action going here in the next few seconds, we'll probably start to see some kind of attack on our prime. We did manage to take down the flood, so that's a good thing. And now I'm taking fire. Yeah, there's a guy over there trying to take me out with admirals. Hopefully he'll make it wrong. No, he's going for it. No, I didn't get him. Somebody else got him. Our orb is being very careful and sticking close to the prime, but he really does need to make a run for it or something. Get a tow. Or he might be dead in there. No, he's moving around. He really does need to go. Looks like he's headed somewhere. Looks like he's going for the center. Yeah. Well, good luck to him on foot. I think he's dead already. Nope, he's moving. Yeah, the other walker will be the other walker got him. So orb is now stranded on the ground over there. Red now has the center and the flood again. Their orb is headed off toward the flood. They'll probably... Well, their orb might try to hold the flood, or he might go in and after... Well, he can't go after our prime now. He lost that option. That means their orb is probably sitting over there by the flood. I'm going to capture the Nemesis, although I don't really want it. Pretty much just want to go shoot down the flood. I don't think we're going to get that, not unless we can knock down this orb carrier really quickly. And I didn't. Oh, we did get it. Okay. Orb carrier must have jumped the wrong way and broke his link for a second. Our orb runner got in there. I knew the orb runner was heading in that direction. Okay, we're going to make a stab for the... Oh, that didn't last long. So the orb carrier is back on foot again. He'll probably die here very shortly. The nuke is up. I could go after that, but there's about 3 reds there with the same idea, so I don't feel like my chances are real good there. Yeah. I don't think that red guy got it. Probably one of his buddies got it. That's Silence. Probably one of his buddies got it. Well, we may see something blow up here pretty soon. I'm kind of worried about our prime blowing up, actually.
I've got the orb.
Yeah, as usual. This is what I see this happen in a lot of games where I start getting eager to run the orb, but there's already about 2 or 3 other people that are racing me for it, so it's really not worth it to go after it. But then if you don't go after it, that's when you sit there and you watch it sit there motionless because nobody's getting it. So
Defend the floodgate node.
it's lack of communication generally, but you want to keep an eye on it, you know. If you don't see anybody else getting it, definitely go pick it up. If people are getting it, you might want to save yourself a trip and stay where you're more useful and let them do it.
Oh, I'm on fire!
Unless they totally suck. Which does happen. There are people who run the orb, who like to habitually run the orb, and yet they seem to have no conception of how to do it. There's a, I mean, it makes a difference which way you go with it, you know. It's like, especially on this map. I mean, when the flood is when the enemy's got the flood and it's ticking down, it's definitely a good idea to go capture that thing.
Attack the center node.
Instead of saying capturing the center with it, leaving your team like 10 seconds to do something about the flood node, it's really not the optimal situation at that point. And by the same token, you know, if you got if your team is building the flood and there's not even a timer on it yet, that's not really a good time to take the orb over there and loiter in that area. You don't really want to try to loiter in the flood area for the full 60 seconds. You're probably not going to last that long.
Take it!
You might get 20 points.
I have the orb.
Yeah, this is probably the reason why we won right here. It's because we were making an attempt to control the flood a little bit. That walker's looking the wrong way. He's going to miss me completely. So for once I get the nuke. I don't know if I'll live long enough to do this. Oh yes, I will. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about myself right about now. I don't think I'm yeah, I didn't get to keep that. People in this game they understand very well what that nuke is about. You know, they know you're going to grab it and go take the node down and then try to cap it right away. And they've got enough sense to get under cover when they think the nuke is coming. And then as soon as the nuke goes off, they jump back out. And your whole clever plan of setting the nuke off turns out to be for nothing anyways. And here we have the orb runner neglecting to take my offer of a ride, which worked out perfectly well.
I've got the orb.
That actually worked out very well. We're lucky to be here. There are some red spiders all over the place though. That's problematic. But we do seem to have cut down the red presence quite a bit. So God knows we might even hang on to the center for a while. So we can get these spiders out of here. Oh, there's that red orb. Well, That was a short-lived idea, but we can still recover it. But there's more reds coming in. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get it back. Meanwhile, there's 25 seconds left on the flood, so yeah, we do have to pay attention to that too. So, oh, we capped that now, and then they capped it right back. Okay.
I have the order.
Situation changes very quickly. It's just a good idea. You know, unfortunately though, most of these maps, there's only a few points of interest that you need to keep an eye on. I mean, the status of them may change quickly, but it's the same places. Just watch them. You do whatever you gotta do. Neo tricks. There's a few dudes out here. JGL. 9 minutes to go. We're 20 points ahead, which is nothing. I still feel pretty sure we're gonna die. I mean, we're not gonna win. I mean, that's the way I feel. There goes the nuke. We just lost our prime again. Because Red is just basically pushing us back every chance they get, and they're doing a great job of blocking our points and blocking our paths, and keeping us from having access to different areas and so on. They're gonna get somebody taking the shade over here. It's gonna do a grand job of blocking all our routes from this area over to the flood. He hasn't started doing that yet. He'll get into that about halfway through here. And oh, there's a guy up there. Yeah. Let me get into a little sniper war here with the guy. No, he's took off. He probably got that nuke he was after. Yep. I was gonna head toward the flood, but it got turned loose, so I want to switch gears here and concentrate on the center. But I'm the only one here, so, and there's spiders on the floor. That's where this red shade is right now. He's hanging around the center somewhere. Never saw a side of him. Just saw all those spiders he was laying.
Attack the center node.
I've got the orb.
Okay. Heading back towards center by way of the flood once more. Got some guy here hanging around here trying to head me off with the... Okay, that's Cybus. Good. Another one of these sniper elitists. Always nice to kill them. And there's the beer guy. So I'm gonna loiter around this area a little bit. We're getting ready to lose our prime anyway, I think. Although it doesn't really look like it right at the moment. Yeah, I'm camping. Which is ridiculous because I have no idea when it's going to spawn. I mean, I don't time these things, and I haven't been watching it closely enough. I haven't seen it spawn enough to really have any clear idea of when it is going to spawn, if it does. At this point, I really am wasting my time here.
Attack the prime node.
And also, I'm waiting for an opportunity here to knock the beer guy off. I don't always do it right away. Unless he starts doing something really obnoxious, like spawning dummy players, some stupid shit like that, then I'll have to stop whatever I'm doing and stuff.
Attack the floodgate node.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I think I'm actually having to log in, so I wasn't logged in at the beginning of this. So I'm having to pause a little bit here and get on the other computer there and get up on the website. Oh, he's gone now. All right. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's a short trip. Well, that was my big play for center. And now the nuke is up. Yeah, absolutely. As soon as I leave the area, the nuke is up. Yep, bet.
Attack the floodgate.
And our prime is under fire. Somebody got that nuke, probably Red. We head toward the prime, and if that nuke goes off there, hopefully I'll be on hand to recap it back. Our orb is loitering around our center. I guess I'll go over here to the flood and shoot that down a little bit. There goes that nuke. Take the prime right down. Looks like our orb is probably dead. Here comes the red orb getting ready to cap our prime. Amazing we don't have any damage on the core yet. And I'm not going to spend one extra minute over here. I'm just going to head right back to the prime.
Man the nightshade.
I have the orb.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably a case of us not making too many mistakes, and also red not doing a great job of hitting the core even though they had our prime all the
Attack
time.
the floodgate node.
Alright.
I've got the orb.
Well, we just barely got our prime. About 4.5 minutes to go. Still 20 points ahead. Absolutely amazing that we're not losing badly yet. Totally convinced that we're going to lose this very
Defend the
badly.
floodgate node.
Just
Grab
about
your
managed to
orb.
stave
Blue
off
core
disaster
is
at every
secure.
point. There's Mr.
Attack
Gump
the
still
floodgate
camping
node.
the orb.
I have the orb.
Not sure if I ever ran the orb this time. Might have ran it once, maybe. Not sure. Okay, here we go. Just defending the prime again. And I don't doubt there's a good chance the red orb will show up here in a moment.
Grab the redeemer.
Yep, there's that red orb. And he's on the ground, but he just exited stage left, and I know where he's going. He's going to show up right here. Still failed to stop him.
Grab the redeemer.
He's just going to come in right in and just cap it right there. I'll bet you. Yeah, he will. Or is he down? He might be down. I think he is. No, well, that is it. Yeah, there's a dude there. That's crazy. Somebody tried to snipe me on the way out. Let me grab his one. Nice of somebody to leave one on the side.
3 minutes remain.
Okay, well, let's do this and then nuke it on the way down. And caught a sniper rifle on the way in.
Attack the
Yep.
center node.
These snipers are cheating. I just know they are. I mean, how do they manage to
Defend
just
the
show up like
floodgate
that?
node.
It's crazy. Okay, well, once again, you know, just nuking the node isn't really enough. You have to stay alive afterwards and be on hand to actually secure the nodes. Nuke the node, and red just took it right back, and they all just ducked under cover and came back out again, like roaches. Yep. We're still stuck in the same situation. About 2 minutes to go. Just barely hanging on to our prime. Oh, I am running the orb. I guess I'm gonna go cap the flood with it, which would be a really good thing to do if I could do this. Yeah, there we go. Just staving off disaster, and there's the beer guy again. I may not have had to kick him off every time this time. I'm pretty sure there are other people out there with access to the admin side, so I'm not the only one that kicks them off. It's nice when there's somebody else on hand, because I really don't like to take time out to do it. But you kind of got to do it.
Attack the
Because he will start
floodgate
doing stupid shit. He will start putting out dummy players and doing shit like that, which is actually, you know, rather harmful to the games. It's cute and amusing how he thinks that he's doing something destructive with those phony-ass messages that he puts out there, but
Attack the center
all the
node.
same, can't really leave him there.
Remains. Blue core is vulnerable.
Yep,
Attack
go right back to the
node.
prime. Not worried about holding that flood, I just don't want red getting it. Absolutely amazing we haven't lost anything on the core yet.
Defend the floodgate node. Blue
Okay,
core
there we
is
are.
secure.
30 seconds to overtime. 100 points to 80, so...
30 seconds left.
At this point you start thinking, well, maybe we could win, but it's some pretty fucking hard work, I tell you what. because we're just getting beat all to hell, and it's yeah, okay. The Nemesis got my attention. I want him now. I'm not gonna get him this way. Yeah, he's gonna be out. He's out of range.
7,
Let me run
6,
forward with my 65
5,
hit points. I'll grab
4,
that
3,
health ball there and
2,
load up on rockets
1.
here and finish him off with a shot like that. There we go. That worked out a lot better than I thought it would. Oh, and that node is not looking healthy either. I'm on yet. I even managed to shoot that down. So this
attack the
that was off on a whim a little bit, but it actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. They're just going to take it right back. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way. We're not that good here. I can take the center once in a while, but okay, yeah, there he is. Yeah, you can see he's dropping that goot, that slow field right across that passage. He's got ant mines in the lower passage. We're kind of screwed. I want to go back over to the flood node now, but there's only a couple of routes for me, and neither of them is really great. This one is probably the least desirable route, but it's also the least likely to get me shot by a sniper. Well, except for this bit right here, but now I got past that. So, well, there's a sniper right there.
Attack the prime node.
Well, managed to make it all the same, but they're not making it any easier, I'll tell you that. Take some of the spiders out while I'm still here. And of course, as soon as I leave the prime, it goes down.
Prime node.
So, have to go right back down there and take it back again. We're now losing points from the core timing out. I'm gonna take a moment here and try to wear out this ent mine. The ent mine is worn out, but there's that nightshade. He's camping right in the area. He's gonna put that ent mine right back there again. Yep, there it is. Since our prime is not down for a moment, and I've got 50 seconds on that flood, I'm going to take the time necessary to knock that ent mine out, because I really don't want it. It's very inconvenient for our organisms. This is the only open path they have at the moment. Well, except for out front there, which is where all the snipers are. Well, actually, you can have snipers there. So now we'll shoot down the flood. Hopefully. Or distract them, oh, there's that shit. I'm sure I get a shot off him. He's got other people shooting. I see a chance to get the enemy prime. It's pretty long. It's a bit of a long shot. I don't have anything to cap. No, it's that. Yeah, didn't think that was going to happen. Let me head back over to the flood. The nuke is up. Maybe I'll go after with my 5 points, but that's not very likely. Interland. Haven't seen him for a while. With a sniper rifle, what else? And
man the nightshade.
Also, we are helped quite a bit actually by being in overtime, because that does change the rules of the game quite a bit. When you're not in overtime, it's really important to control the map and get hold of the enemy prime, put some damage on the enemy core, because it's the only way you can score. You know? You're in overtime now, and you don't really ever have to take the enemy prime. All you want to do is control as many nodes as possible, which means it makes as much sense to hang around the flood as the center, really. And not just because you just don't want red to get it, but because you need to hold that node, because it keeps the clock ticking in your favor if you've got it and they don't. Red now has the flood. That means our core ticks down a little bit faster than it would if we had it.
Attack the
We got the center.
we
got their prime. That's also a good thing. But still want the flood.
I've got the ore.
There's kerosene. Kerosene, yeah, that might be one reason Red lost right there. Because the kerosene crash. I'm not sure what the issue is that people have where their game crashes and leave them stranded in the game like that, but it is annoying. I haven't had to deal with that for a long time. My system has done that from time to time, but it has not done it. I should knock on wood, I guess. I'm not sure what exactly I've done to stabilize the situation. Haven't had to deal with that situation for a while.
Attack the floodgate.
Nuke is
node.
up. There's no way I'm getting. Sure. Yeah, somebody got it. And I can. Yeah, it just went off. I'm even gonna abandon my. I'm even gonna abandon my vehicle. I just want to get it here and keep Red from getting this node. Which is a pretty lame effort because there's only, well, there's me here, and then there's that blue Viper, and then there's these two red guys that I'm not shooting at all. I'm just trying to get the node down. The red orbits are amazingly failed to cap. He's ducking up onto that
Center node.
roof over there. I'm sure he'll jump back out and cap me. It's starting to look like we might actually win, but no, you know, I mean. It's close enough. With Red beating us the way they've been doing it here, they're going to get a very nice shot count by Indra, another player I haven't seen for a while. A lot of very good players in this game. Most of them on Red. Absolutely amazing that we won. They might have let us win. I don't know.
Destroyed.
Oh, nice game.